Good early morning from Lisbon. It's breakfast time for me. Ham and cheese sandwich on fresh whole wheat toast, and for those who know me, of course, a mocha latte. What's so special about my coffee this morning is the taste. It's not bitter at all. It has amazing flavor and needs no sugar. What? I guess that's how they do it in Europe. Anyway, today is going to be a tough one, y'all. I'm headed to the port where the slave trade for the Portuguese began. The other day, my Uber driver was excited to point out this monument and to share that there's a replica of the first ship to sail from Portugal to America. Portugal is a country that still shows homage to a guy named Vieira, a major player in stolen and trafficked Africans. Ironically, during my visit, I stayed in an apartment on a street that was named after this man. The absence of factual history is quite evident. Portugal was fully involved in the slave trade for a full 400 years. I've posted a local Lisbon news article in the description for you to check out. Change clothes and hit the monument. So here we are in Lisbon, Portugal, with this huge monument behind me. Interestingly, residents of Portugal, Lisbon specifically, are honored by this giant monument that sits right on the edge of the water. But for African Americans and Afro-Brazilians and everyone else from the African diaspora, more than likely has a different opinion of this monument. This monument, with its large cross on the front, represents the dispatching of boats to quote-unquote discover new lands, which meant America, and the destruction of native people in that land, and additionally the beginning of the African slave trade. Portugal was one of the first countries to still exploit and traffic Africans from the continent into Brazil, the Caribbean, and eventually America. There is so much talk about the need for reparations, and various European countries have considered apologies or have given half-hearted apologies for their contributions to what we know has been the largest disgrace known to man. It's challenging that this beautiful scenic view is part of the waters where boats left Portugal, headed to the Caribbean and America after they left the continent of Africa with stolen people as cargo. This is the monument that should be erected in the near vicinity to also remind visitors and residents that those systems which relied on slavery are still powerful and operative today. It is called Plantation by the Angolan artist Kulianji Kia Henda. Comprised of 540 blackened metal sugar canes, it is intended to evoke a burned plantation as a way of honoring enslaved people. However, bureaucracy and the hiding of truth has delayed its installation since 2017. So, until something changes, we are only left with a huge creative work whose true story is a contribution of spilled blood and